Okay, Wildcats. Today we're looking at Monday, March 4th, Rational Function Applications Part 1 on page 60. If you would, update your table of contents. All right, now your table of contents are updated. Let's take a look at the notes. Rational Function Application Part 1 on page 60. Rational Function Application Steps. Step 1, make the table. Step 2, write the equation. Step 3, solve the equation. Refer to the notes on page 59 for the steps to solve the equation. Step 4, answer the questions in a complete sentence. All right, if you would update your notes. All right, now your notes are updated. Let's take a look at the examples on page 60. Solve the following problems. Use an organizational table to help set up and solve the problem. Answer question in a complete sentence. Example 1. It takes Black Panther 3 hours to bring Claw to justice, and it takes Siri 2 hours to bring Claw to justice. How long will it take them to work together? Use a time equation to set it up. All right, so step 1 is complete the table. So the first thing is the task is 1. Bring Claw to justice, okay? The rate, it takes Black Panther 3 hours. Now, the time is the doing task divided by rate. So that's 1 divided by 3, okay? Now, again, it's one task for Siri to take Claw to justice or bring Claw to justice. It takes her 2 hours, so the rate is 1 divided by 2. So together, it would be 1 divided by x. So we have 1/3 plus 1/2 equals 1 divided by x. Now to solve, you need to multiply by the common denominator. And the easiest way to get the common denominator is to multiply the denominator together. So 3 times 2 is 6 times x is 6x. Okay, so multiply 6x times 1/3 is 6x divided by 3 plus 6x times 1/2 is 6x divided by 2, and 6x times 1 divided by x is 6x divided by x. Okay, so 6x divided by 3 is 2x plus 6x divided by 2 is 3x equals 6x divided by x is 6. Well, 2x plus 3x is 5x equals 6. Divide by 5, x equals 6 divided by 5, which is 1.2 hours. Now, the only issue is we don't talk about time in points, so like 1.2 hours. So we need to convert this to hours and minutes. So to do that, we have x equals 1 hour plus 0.2. Well, there's 60 minutes in an hour, so 0.2 times 60. So x equals 1 hour plus 12 minutes. Okay, so it takes Black Panther and Siri one hour and 12 minutes to bring Claw to justice. Okay, so go ahead and finish up example 1. All right, let's move on to example 2. All right, example 2. A wildcat kayaker spends an afternoon paddling on a river. She travels 3 miles upstream and 3 miles downstream in a total of 4 hours in a still well. The wildcat kayaker can travel at an average speed of 2 miles per hour. What is the average speed of the river's current? Okay, so the distance upriver and downriver are both 3. All right, so now here, the upriver is 2 minus c because it's slower. Where c is the current. So your time is 3 divided by 2 minus c. Okay, and then downriver is faster with the current, so plus c. Okay, and so your time is 3 divided by 2 plus c. All right, so we've completed our table. Now we write the equation. So that's 3 divided by 2 minus c plus 3 divided by 2 plus c equals, it says, a total of 4 hours. Okay. Now, again, we multiply by the common denominator, which in this case is 2 minus c times 2 plus c. So now we have 3 times 2 minus c times 2 plus c divided by 2 minus c plus 3 times 2 minus c times 2 plus c divided by 2 plus c equals 4 times 2 minus c times 2 plus c. Well, that becomes 1, that becomes 1. Now we multiply. So 3 times 2 plus c is 6 plus 3c plus 3 times 2 is 6 minus 3c. So 3 times 2 minus c is 6 minus 3c equals 4. Now we need to FOIL. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times c is plus 2c. Negative c times 2 is negative 2c. And negative c times c is negative c squared. Okay, well here you see the c's cancel. You're left with 12 equals, now we distribute by 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 2c is 8c. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8c. 4 times negative c squared is negative 4c squared. You see here the c's cancel. So then you have negative 4c squared plus 16 equals 12. And I'm going to rewrite, notice that I put the c on the left because it's going to make it easier to solve with the c on the left, okay? And because of equality, you can write it either direction. So 12 equals or equals 12, okay? So here we're going to subtract 16 from both sides. You get negative 4c squared equals negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 4. So c squared equals 1. Take the square root of both sides. Remember, square root is plus or minus. So c equals positive 1 and c equals negative 1. Now, we need to check to see which current makes more logical sense. Okay, so let's check that. So check x equals 1, x equals -1. All right, so let's check +1 first. So now we plug in 1 into upriver. So that's 2 minus 1 equals 1. And then downriver would be 2 plus 1 equals 3. Well, that makes sense because if you're going upriver, your rate's going to be faster than if you're going upriver. So far 1 looks like it's correct. Okay. I said X, but it should be C. Don't know where those X's came from. Okay. Now let's check -1. So that's upriver still. So 2 minus the -1 is 3. And down would be 2 minus 1 is 1. Well, that doesn't make sense because if you're going upriver, you're not going to be faster. So we see that C equals -1 is not correct. So our current is 1. So we would say the average speed of the current is 1 mile, not meal, per hour. All right, so if you would finish up example 2 and start working on your assignment, and have a wonderful Wildcat day.